what's up? Just for Japan in the house. You know, it's part 3 of me and my friends in Kyoto. But anyway, you know, we all, well, except for one guy, he can't because he doesn't live in this part of Japan and stuff. But we all said we're going to hook up and stuff, you know, and have a little Mackin party and stuff out the streets of Kyoto and stuff. But I forgot to let you guys know something really important about that. Wait, let me see what else happened. Oh, you know what? We had walked into the bar and where we went to drink and stuff, and there was this one white girl in there, and we were like, I was telling them about how the girls' minds and their thinking and stuff, you know. And I think I said something like, when you walk and you talk to a girl, especially if they're looking at you and stuff, they're thinking too, is this guy interested in me, or what does this guy want, or how far does this guy want to go, you know. And she's already, you know how far she's going to go and stuff like that. And all you got to do is just communicate to her what your intentions are. And I say it worked like that, you know. So we walked in and saw this girl in there, you know. She said she was a freelance writer or something like that. And I asked her that, and you know, she started laughing and stuff, you know. And she knew what I was. She knew what I was talking about, you know, but she kind of dodging the question and stuff, you know. She's like, well, you know, I just think guys, you know, if they're interested in me, I just wait for them or whatever. And I'm like, no, but you know what I'm talking about. She started laughing and stuff, you know. And it was funny because if you think about that, you know, actually what it is, like a lot of people say, you know, girls are easy and stuff like that, but actually in Japan the guys are easy. Actually the guys are easy and stuff like that and stuff. So I guess she didn't want to make it seem like she was, you know, didn't have any morals or anything, you know. But she understood though, because the whole thing, like I always say, you know, sex and stuff it's normal, you know. It's just a normal thing. You see a beautiful woman, you're just gonna act, oh man, I got off the freeway at the wrong place. Anyway, all that stuff is normal, but it was funny though, you know. Oh, and then it was funny, and then the one guy, he's Brazilian dude, and he came in and he saw her. He was like, hey, why don't you come in, you know, being a Mac and stuff. Hey, why don't you come and sit with us, you know. And she was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. I think she was waiting for somebody and stuff, but it was cool and stuff. Let's see what else we talked about. But we had talked about a lot of stuff. Oh, so yeah, when he said he had 42 girls, everybody's like, wow. And I said, you know, that's a good number. You know, it's not really all that bad. You know, it's not, you could do better. And they was like, what do you mean? I said, if you go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night and get one girl, you know, every those nights for times 52 weeks, you know, that's 156 women and stuff, right? And they were like, oh, wow, you know, they didn't think about that. Wow, that's a lot of girls. I said, yeah, it's easy to do. You know, I said 42, you know, it's a good number and stuff, but, I mean, you know, hey, you know, that's cool, but still, you know. And the one dude was like, man, sometimes I do kind of feel bad, though, because I don't know if how many girls I might get pregnant or what kind of STDs I might have, you know. He said, but I'm always, you know, what does he say? He always use protection and stuff like that. But I like, I left, and I like to myself, I'm like, yeah, right. You know, once you some of these guys, some guys do, but I'm sure a lot of guys don't. You know, because I guess, I don't know, it was a trip though. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. But he said he does, so I guess the other guys do too. Because some of these guys, you know, we were talking to one of the guys, and he was saying he does because he's scared and stuff. And actually, the first time he actually engaged in that stuff was out here. You know, when he came out here, he was a virgin and stuff, and then his experiences were here and stuff, you know. I was like, okay, that's cool, you know. And then I think they asked me or something, I think. I forgot. But I was like, huh? You know, he gonna ask me, don't worry about it. You know, and like, oh, no, tell us. I'm like, nah, I'm not. Wow. Taxi. And a big truck almost crashed. And, I don't know, it was funny though. But I said, yeah, of course. You know, but I said, I don't really be trying to mess with these girls, you know. I like talking, you know. For me, a conversation is fun, you know. That's cool enough, you know. And then, of course, talking the game and stuff to women and discussing everybody's moves and their games and stuff. And I like, that's fun too, and talking to women and stuff and getting them all excited and just to say, okay, I gotta go, bye. Like, but I'll be tripping and stuff. But yeah, I'm just running off at the mouth. But I forgot to say, my homies and stuff, they're all white guys. Okay, none of these guys are black. The guy that got those 42 women is a white guy. He real cool. A little short and stuff. And a little assertive or something like that. But really very sure of himself. And he had his hair cut lows and shape, and even though he's short, he don't care because there's a lot of women out here shorter than him, and so he just, all the guys were, white, and it was cool, but it was kind of funny because I was like sitting there with them, and I'm thinking to myself like, okay, I have some black friends that I hang out with, and they, because especially on YouTube, you'll hear the conversation and from with the haters and stuff, they comment that all black guys just want to get all the girls and stuff, and so I'm sitting there with these guys, and it was like they're just talking about, especially the one guy, all these girls he was with, and the things he do, and I'm sitting here going like, man, I wish I could have recorded this stuff. I could have recorded, but some music and stuff, and all that stuff, but I didn't want all that music and stuff in it. But I was like, man, this is funny. I'm just sitting here. I'm the only brother here, and I'm just hearing, talking about all these women and stuff. But out here, they got this group out here anyway, where it teaches guys, how to get beautiful Japanese women and stuff. I'm not gonna tell you the site, but if you ask somebody in Japan, they'll tell you. But it's funny though, cause one of the guys, he said like, yeah, he's on the site, cause he invited me to the site, and he said, yeah, man, there's a bunch of losers in Japan. These guys, man, they just can't get no girls for nothing. And I was like, wow. He said, yeah. He said, and, they're all white. And he said, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of pathetic white guys on there, or white boys or something like that. He said, I forgot, whatever term white people to call themselves and stuff. And I was laughing. I was like, oh, man. I said, because of when it's on my site, you would figure that it would be easy for him. He said, nah, man. Some of these guys, they just ain't got, they do not have any type of social skills, to talk to these girls and stuff. So they got to pay somebody to teach them and stuff. And I was laughing. And then the guy that owns that site, he had ended up meeting him, because I hear he lived in Kobe and stuff. But my other friend went, because he lives up in Tokyo and stuff, and so he went back to Tokyo and said that he met the guy and told him about me, and said I got a lot of game. This guy got a lot of game too. He said I got a lot of game, and I'm an English teacher, and I'm rolling around on a Lexus. And he said that the dude said, he must have bought it from somebody, or he's selling drugs and stuff. And the dude tell me that, and I was laughing. I'm like, man, my God, there are lots of opportunities out here to still make billions of dollars and stuff, and this English stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to see if I can find me a business partner or something that could do this. So actually, I'm going to go and try to do this on my own and see what happens stuff. Because, you try on your own, they'll tell you what to do and stuff. And try to make this money and stuff. But it was funny, And the dude was like, well, how much you pay on your car? I'm like, $1,040 or something like that a month. And stuff. He said, well, and I said, that's a lot of money. I'm like, actually, it's not. Actually, I could be buying a house, actually, and spend 30 years or whatever it is, especially according to what my down payment was. But I was like, no, actually, it's not a lot. If you are here in Japan and the way people eat out and stuff, if you just take care of your body, eat properly, and all that money that you would save all the money that you would spend in the convenience store alone, and you just save it, you would be able to buy you a nice car, you should at least save $1,000 a month, And cause I told him, like I said in my other videos, I saved up. It just came up to like $1,100, $1,000, or something like that. It was like all crazy. I was like, wow. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking too much, but I just wanted to let you guys know, because I forgot I should have said in the first video that all the guys I met up with are all white guys, every last one of them. So anyway, I'm out. Peace.